The other thing is when I warmed him up, I just let him jog. But before I took him over poles, I did extend his jog a little bit.
Right.
Because if he goes too slow, like a lot of horses, if they approach poles too slow, they can't get their timing and their spacing accurate.
Right.
Use your legs there. Use your spur. Press into him. Don't tap so much. Go to your spurs. Squeeze your spurs and it'll give you his space right away. It does look really cute. She's just got to make him her horse and, figure out or change his program enough so that it works better. See, like you'll have to speed up from that. Use your leg a little bit when you want him to turn. Frame him up again and cluck softly. So when he starts listening to your spurs and you go to your spur to frame him up, you can still support his body and keep his tempo using voice or clucking.
Oh, is that her phone?
No, this is not my phone. This is
No,
hers.
I know.
Oh.
It's the new operating system for the iPhone. They changed all around.
Yeah.
Just hit the volume down. Hit volume down. Is it Grandpa?
So practice squeezing your spurs and lifting your hand gently to your chin. Squeeze your spurs. Whoops. Stop and back him up.
Gosh, I got him going.
Yeah, I know, and then I screwed it up by asking you to do something. So when we frame our horses up,
Right.
I try and go in and then lift up.
Okay.
There, see what that does? That
Right.
creates elevation through the body. Do that again. Feel what he does with his back, with his spurs there.
I mean,
See
I
how he moves
created
a lot?
it, so
Right.
So when you're loping along, if you want him to go slower, all we do is we lift the back. When we lift the back, they reach deeper.
Use it.
This outside drive leg gets underneath their body so that they can balance. That slows down the RPMs. So whenever he feels like he's a little bit flat or, starting to kind of pull himself instead of push himself, it's all about being a little bit stronger with your outside leg, pushing the hip, creating that outside drive leg, placing it underneath your seat.
Perfect.
And that creates the frame. That all makes sense.
Yes, sir. I think I have a horse there.
Linda, you're a good sport.
Oh, thank you.
He might also, if you put him on the rail and just lope around a little bit and then practice your frame ups and stuff, he might just stay kind of a little bit more, because he'll be into pleasure mode. And don't let him, stop him, back him up, roll your spurs, turn your feet out more so your spurs are touching him. There you go. Now frame him up, make him hesitate. There, now drop your inside, press outside, and kiss. There. See how simple it is?
Yes, sir.
As soon as his neck comes up, he's telling you that you don't have enough spur in him.
Okay.
You should be able to frame him up just by squeezing and lifting your spurs and leaving your hand down.
Okay.
The moment you feel like you have to lift your hand more than about 3 inches, you may as well just stop and back him up.
Okay.
Okay? Like right there, he's walking too fast.
Okay.
There. So,
anything you want to tell me.
so when you frame him up, your goal is to keep him straight through his shoulder. Your outside leg will slowly increase hip movement.
Okay.
So you'll start to move his hip to the inside. When he gives you his hip and he's straight through his front end, both spurs press into him. There. Now you can soften, flex softly, now low. Good. Now sit heavy, spurs down. Whoops, you're poking him.
Here. What? Whoa.
You're okay, just stop. You're tapping him.
I know, I'm making
That's
him
okay.
run like the wind.
So when you tap him, remember, that's his cue to go faster.
Right, I'm trying not to do that.
Yeah. So the key really is to push your heels down and relax and sit back and sit
Okay.
heavy on him. Once he loads off, you want to really drop your spurs off.
Right.
Now, if he starts to go too fast, just spur stop. Say, whoa, it's spur stop, and then back him up.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You're better off to spur stop and say, whoa, like you mean it, than to grab the reins. Because if his neck is coming up, he's not used to having his neck up there.
Right. Right. You and me both. You and me both.
Why don't you try and look the other way a little bit again?
Right. Let's switch. Oh, I'm going to all my, like, when my novice stuff.
Yeah. Well, don't worry about
Going to
it.
my stomach, being like a kid. Maybe I'll try a little.
You haven't fallen off.
Yeah, try some more. Get comfortable with them. And practice going to your spurs and making him slow. And then when he is slow, lengthen your leg and push your heels down. Do it again. Frame him up. There. Soften out. Draw your hand up right there when he wants to come to the inside and press your inside spur on him. Move him back to the rail more. Use your spurs when you go to that much bit. So, like right there, he's wanting to come to the inside. So just draw your hand up and squeeze both spurs. And then push stronger gradually with your inside leg and move him back to the rail. Like 2 tracking to the rail. Good. So what's happening is he's moving away from pressure. So for some reason he's wanting to turn. He's feeling more outside leg than inside leg. So just straighten him back out by lifting your hands straight up and using your legs to 2 track him back to the rail. There you go. Or leg yield, whatever term you want to use. So when he starts looking, he's already looking to the inside too much. Just draw your hand and lift your spurs, straighten them out. There, good. And again, draw your hand, lift your spurs, push him back to the fence. There you go. And then relax. Go ahead and extend your dog a little bit now, and then when you get to the other rail, ask him to slow down. So when you want him to slow, you're just going to press in and say trot, and sit heavy. You can also extend your jog and still go to your spur and hold him and push more with your seat and keep his tempo right with you. So right now, go to his belly, but keep his trot up. Don't tap. There. Okay, soften out. Good, there, soften. Okay, now that I've totally exhausted you, go ahead and stop.
Right.
Spur stop. Okay, so what you'll see when you watch back the video,
Yes.
you'll see your leg, your spur is just kind of doing that occasionally with
Right,
them.
right.
And every time he feels that, like
He's
that,
going forward.
well, that's because that's what he
It's been
knows.
known.
Yeah, that's what he knows. And like going to his face, like I just never, ever. I mean, I might.
Well, that's
if
what
I'm
I loved
standing-
about your video.
Yeah.
But here I'm like,
That's okay. But see, all my horses, every horse I ride and train, I do like, and it's difficult for some people just to hop on because I mean, I get them broke in the face. Obviously, we have to all do that, right? But once they're broke in the face, I start really controlling their body and their temper with my legs.
right,
And
like,
eventually, like they're really handy and really pretty over horses because my hand is pretty much.
right,
Not
right.
moving.
That's what I loved about the video.
Yeah, well, thank you.
And I trust you. Trust me, my hand is normally not the same.
Yeah. Yeah. So I get everything. Do you want to put him in like draw reins with a snaffle or something so that you can ride him and just get more comfortable, or what do you want to do?
I should probably come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you think I should do more tonight?
I don't know. It's 7:45. I mean, it doesn't matter to him. But I just wonder if maybe
Set of draw reins?
set of draw reins or something might help you and, maintain some control and some contact. Because he actually can lope around all day long on a complete drape.
Well, that's what I was assuming.
Yeah.
What do you want? Why don't we try that? Why don't I try set of draw reins real quick and then see how I make out with that and then.
Sure.